Yeah, the cruise control was right here, and I forgot about these wires. They were tucked into the fender. There's a vacuum line and a plug. So I need to, I just need to plug them off or cap them off. Then I got all these fusible links. I just don't, it's just such a mess the way they, either somebody fixed it or it came from the factory. I just don't like it. I'm gonna chop it up and straighten it out. I can't look at it. So, and then we got the seats done. Got one seat in, but let's see, we set the other seat, but I need to finish this seat belt thing, so I'm waiting for those parts. That seat belt stripped, that bolt, so we went the next size up, tapped it, and that's where we are. But thank goodness the seat stuff's done. There's all the scrap I'm getting rid of, and that's where we are. Yeah, as I was saying, I need to fix this mess of wires. There's a bunch of fusible links in here, so they just didn't cut them the right length. Probably from the factory, or maybe somebody fixed it. So I'm gonna cut the wires back there and get all this straightened out. Then I rerouted this top because it used to go under the distributor. I don't like it. Then I found the I don't know if I said this before, but I found the cruise control. I might have said that. You know, you forget what you say as a couple days go by. And all I gotta do is clean up this area. You gotta figure out what this is. I think it's like a PVC or something. It's gotta be a, it either goes to the air cleaner or the carburetor. It's gotta be some kind of emissions control. Let me see if I can pull it out. Yeah, it's a PVC. I can hear it. I forgot. I put it in there a while back. So that would go into the air cleaner or carburetor. That's it. The jack. We're going to make a different mounting bracket for this because the location just didn't work for me. It's supposed to be under the package tray, but it gets in the way of the speaker box. So I'm just going to mount it like this is the trunk. Just going to mount it across here. And this rod, I don't know if I said this before, I tried welding a piece of extra steel on here to give it some extra torque. But that didn't work. So there's two rods in here. One's thicker, one's thinner. This is a thin rod. So I'm going to order another one of these thicker rods. They say it's supposed to only go on the left side. So I'm just going to make it work. Two of those should hold this trunk up. Then I got this carpet padding, or whatever you want to call it, trunk padding. Then we had a problem with the seats. The seats were rubbing right here as you move the seat. That's because I had put some jute in here, sound barrier. We just cut the jute out of this area on that side. Again, I just want to finish all this little detail stuff that I've kind of been sidestepping. Oh, and I decided to... You already welded it?
Yep. How hot it might be.
And I changed this bracket here. Goes right here. I just cut, again, I think I made this bracket, but it was like this kind of, not this part, but the part in my hand. It was at too steep of an angle. It should be pointing towards this, so I just cut it. And I don't know if I said this before, but this is adjustable. I can't do it with one hand, but if you look in there, you can see there's threads. So you can adjust this in or out. This is the kick down. Once you get it on this bracket, you can adjust it in or out, if that makes sense. And that's where I am. I keep getting sidetracked to little stuff. Then I noticed, like I was checking all the wiring, I had these wiper motor wires. This is how they should go. There's a single and a double. The double goes on the bottom, the single goes on top. I had it backwards, but it didn't quite plug in right, and I was wondering what the heck's going on. But that's how it goes. Single on top, double on bottom. And then see that split right there where there's going to be 3 looms come together? I'll call it, for better lack of that, better lack of terms. After I fixed the wires and put some sheathing on it, I got this out of the old wiring harness. I'll put that in that area. Choke. I talked about chokes. What I realized is I didn't have a plug for it. So I ordered one on eBay, and that's the latest updates. Let's see what Justin's doing.
Not the best of welds, but it's definitely gonna hold.
So that's where the jack's gonna mount. There and there. Gonna put another bolt there, right?
You were thinking about 2 bolts side by side for a plate, but
Nah, just put one. Drill a hole through the. Let's go over to that jack. This is what I was talking about. This speaker box got in the way of the jack being up under the console. Just drill a hole right
straight through. Okay.
You can use the same size if you want.
Okay. I'll go smaller because I don't want to make that hole any bigger.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
And then I did this is a plastic welding gun. Not for lack of term, I don't know what it's called. It's called plastic welding kit from Harbor Freight. I had to fix this one outside. It's cold out here. This was red. You can't even see this, but anyway, one of these was broken, this one right here. I just welded it with some plastic. And there was a crack here. Same thing. Again, I can replace these later. This doesn't look very good, but I don't care right now. I just don't want to buy the part. It's like 50, 60, 70 bucks. Again, get the car together. And then if there's little pieces I want to buy that I know are available, I can get them. There's something else, in case anybody doesn't know, the brake cylinder. The vacuum line, this is how it should look. If I can show that, I'll reach around behind the carburetor. See that T there? That comes out to here. And this is going to plug in. I'm going to have to modify this a little bit. Anyway, it plugs into that. This just isn't twisted right. And then I think I said this before, but I put a, again, I got rid of all the smog stuff, but there was a slot here, so I put in 2 vacuum lines here. This would be, anything going in the manifold is considered manifold vacuum, or anything below the throttle plate. So what that means, if when you open your carburetor, you got those plates that go like this. If you're below that, you have manifold vacuum. So this one here is probably manifold vacuum, and that one over there. And that's it. It's kind of slow going right now. I got all the major stuff done. When we do all this little stuff, we're going to start working on the body. I mean, it's already, like I said, I already got most of the major stuff done. The only really rough area is right there. Then I got some weird stuff like this. So I'm probably just going to either add something on here or cut that. So that's this side. Let's see how the other side looks. This has got a big gap. I'm going to do something. I'm going to close this up. I don't like it. And I got to see that angle there. This is kind of messed up right here. The way you would usually go, if you like that, you would think you could get the door to come out, adjust the hinges, or get the fender to go in. So I'll try. So you go to get the fender to go in. There's a bolt here, behind here. There's a bolt here. There's a bolt right there. Maybe I can get, if I do that, I can get this to come in. And this part will bend with your hand. But I'm heading towards primer. I don't know when that's going to be. But again, can't rush this stuff. And that's it. I talked about the air conditioning. I'm just going to talk about this one more time. So, like I said, there used to be an air conditioning box. But I deleted it, and I got this AC delete. So those two things, on the right is the ambient heat. It's basically a switch. It's checking the air temperature inside the box. This is for air conditioning. I don't think you'd have it if you don't have air conditioning. And this is a resistor, and that somehow works with this. And this is just a relay up above. And I could have just got rid of them, but I want to see if I can make when I turn the air conditioning switch on, I just want it to blow cold, just regular air. So I could have it's going to blow air anyway, but I just didn't want a knob that did nothing on the dash for the climate control. Because I could have switched climate controls and got rid of the air conditioning climate control. But I might, who knows, I might add air someday, or somebody else, because this is a numbers matching car for somebody that's into it, except that I added the T-top. But the engine is the number matching, the axle's the right axle, the transmission's the right transmission. It's gonna be a hot rod. Yeah, I'll just go over one more electrical diagram. I don't show them all, but so on here, the main drawing, the windows aren't on here, but if you look in the accessories, you can find this. So remember, my door, my windows never did go up and down. They were burned out, and the locks were burned out. But I replaced the window motor. and the locks. But anyway, the point being is that here's one door, here's the other door. It shows the color, it shows where it should go on the switch. Same with here. This is just showing a connector. This is probably right inside the door. This is probably right inside the door, you know, after you go through the hole. This is somewhere in the middle of the car, or I guess where they both come together. But the only thing that doesn't show on this, as far as I can tell, is, let's say you're sitting in your car and when you push the button up forward towards the radiator, you would think that'd be up, at least to us it is. So you'd want to make sure that you get that you check that, and the only way I know how to check it is to go hot the window and see which one of these, well, just again, it doesn't matter, but which one of these windows, which one of these is up and which one of these is down, so you can orient your switch right. Or you might have it backwards. When you push the button down, you're going up, I mean down towards you. So anyway, that's how I do it, if that helps anybody. I'm just going to see what's on the next page for the heck of it. Yeah, I think I asked somebody a question. No, this was I was looking on YouTube. This is about the choke. Let's see, what does it say? This just tells you how to set the choke, but I'll show that when I do it. Anyway, time to go. Yeah, one last thing. I think I talked about it earlier, but from the factory, I think. I mean, I know the jack went up in here. If you can see, I'm in the trunk, up under the package tray. But it's such a pain in the ass. I bet somebody used it once and they never put it back. So I just, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm just going to mount the jack here. We just welded a bolt here and here. And then I got an old rocker arm that'll hold this lug wrench, and then just a zip tie out of an automobile zip tie. And again, that's out of the way of the tire, and that's it. Just something I wanted to do. I didn't want the jack back there, it'd be in the way of the tire. I didn't want it over here, that'd be the way of putting anything, and then I could put a little toolbox right in here. Yeah, just one last thing. I got this is the old choke, and when I set it, the spring fell off. So now I was wondering, what is it going this way, or is it going that way? So luckily I had this other one. But anyway, if your choke falls off, you better make sure you put it on right, or you might be turning off your choke. Electric choke.